What's going on, everyone? Dark Synth here, and I just want to apologize if you can hear my fan. It's really hot out, and so I'm trying to keep it cool. But hopefully you shouldn't be able to hear it much when I'm talking. So today I want to explain what the neutral triangle is in fighting games, and I actually came across this Reddit thread talking about it. And it's actually the way Japanese players break down neutral in fighting games. So let's talk about it. First, we need to understand the terms that they use. The first one is okiwaza, and that is pretty much just preemptively putting up normals at the range that your opponent's normals will whiff. So that way, if you stop them, like if you notice your opponent likes to walk forward, or if you're just paying attention, you can react to your opponent walking forward, and then you're kind of putting up a preemptive poke to stop them. And that's basically what okiwaza is. Poking, but preemptively. You're stopping your opponent from walking in on you. Now, the next one is atewaza. Atewaza is when your opponent is kind of just playing reactionary, and they're waiting to see you do something that they can react to, right? So what atewaza is doing something like a dash in and like hitting them with a fast normal. Things like you can dash in, you can do drive rush, instant drive rush, jab. That'll beat players that are kind of just sitting there and waiting for you. Like I said, they're playing reactionary and they're waiting for you to whiff something. So instead of whiffing something, you can just like play in and out of their range and then hurry or do a quick dash and then hit them with a poke or something, and go into your pressure. So that's basically atewaza, is beating the option of your opponent kind of just waiting for you. Now the last one is sase kaishi, and that is pretty much whiff punishing. So this is pretty much whiff punishing. If you see them moving forward and then whiff a button, you can whiff punish. But this is basically the neutral triangle and how a lot of people, especially top players, break down neutral. So if we break down the actual triangle and what beats what, okiwaza, which is preemptive, button pressing, will lose to whiff punishing. So if you're just trying to sit there and you're constantly pressing buttons and your opponent notices that, they can just walk in range, walk out and wait for you to whiff and then whiff punish you. So okiwaza loses sasikaishi, which is whiff punishing. Atewaza loses too, which is, dashing in, doing a quick drive rush to beat the waiting opponent. Okiwaza beats that. So if you know your opponent likes to do drive rush or dash in, okiwaza is gonna beat that, which is again preemptive poking. Now, what does atewaza beat? Well, whiff punishing, because if you're just playing against someone that likes to wait and even back up, and I'm gonna have a training drill for you to do after this. So if you're just playing against an opponent that likes to kind of back up, or they're like, moving back and forth, waiting for you to whiff, and you're doing the same thing, you can just throw in a quick dash, boom. So that's pretty much the essential neutral rock, paper, scissors game. And hopefully it makes a little more sense on how to play neutral now. A lot of, mid-level players, especially me, I don't consider myself high level. I'm very intermediate, but I'm trying my best out here. So this is basically as simple as I could make it for breaking down neutral, and now hopefully you can understand this better and you can find strategies to beat your opponents, and just noticing their pattern and how they move, what they like to do, like if they like to throw buttons out a lot. So yeah. Okay, so here's a little training drill you can do if you play against a play style that kind of just backs up. Like round start says round one fight. You notice your opponent likes to back up. And that's kind of all they do. So what you can do is walk them down. So a lot of players will just walk back and then wait for you to walk them down and then press a button once you get in range. So what you can do is, I messed up this recording, but what you want to do is walk forward a little bit, walk back, and then do a poke. And then you want to set 3 different recordings to do different timings. So the first recording, you could have the dummy do walk forward, do a short walk back into a normal. The second recording, you can do walk forward, do a medium walk back, and then normal. And then the last one, you can do a far walk back and then normal. And this will train you to kind of stay outside of the range of your opponent. So like that, you'll notice I kind of jiggle in and out like that, because I don't know if they're gonna try to throw a normal out or even walk forward. So this will train you to like stay right inside of that range you want to be versus whatever character. And you can do this for a lot of the cast if you want, or if you're just one of those learners that plays by learning without doing training mode stuff, you can do that too. But this will definitely increase your neutral game and just understanding how your opponents like to play. But that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it and you found some insight, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more fighting game guides and news. This is DarkSense signing out, and I hope you take care.